Mike always thought he was a complete loser, but the 6 masters who trained him all believed he was an absolute genius. They even decided to work together to develop his potential. It all started when he was learning swordsmanship. By chance, Mike saw right through his sword master's technique in one glance. This totally shocked the Sword Saint, even he hadn't fully mastered that move himself. The Sword Saint immediately thought Mike had incredible talent. However, after 60 days, Mike had only learned to block and hadn't picked up a single other sword technique. The frustrated Sword Saint had no choice but to suggest Mike try other professions. The Sword Master figured Mike's talent was so high, he'd definitely excel in some other field. So he introduced Mike to a hunter training academy. The Hunter Master didn't want to teach him at all unless he could hit that target up in the tree with a rock. Thinking Mike would never make it, he was shocked when Mike nailed the branch on his first try. Left with no choice, he took Mike on as a student. But every time Mike tried to use the essential hunter skill, he'd break it. Even the Hunter Master's own bow got destroyed by Mike. After 60 days, the Hunter Master realized Mike hadn't learned anything except throwing stones with incredible accuracy. When Mike explained he'd been throwing rocks in the mountains his whole life, the Hunter Master was speechless. Later Mike went to warrior training. The training there involved taking falling rocks head-on with your bare body. Unexpectedly, during practice, a massive boulder accidentally came crashing down. But instead of running away, Mike got into a defensive stance. This impressed the warrior master. If he could just learn the skills, he'd be a real warrior. Of course, as expected, Mike still couldn't learn any techniques. At the Magic Master's place, Mike trained for 60 days without learning a single spell. The Magic Master said Mike had zero magical power inside him. The only option was to go into the magic chamber behind them. But after throwing Mike in there, the Magic Master completely forgot about it. A few days later, the Magic Master panicked. Anyone who stays in that sensory enhancing space for more than 60 minutes goes insane. When he opened the magic chamber, he was amazed to find Mike completely normal. Mike only learned one spell, a tiny fire technique. But what shocked the master was that Mike casually shot out 2 small fireballs with no expression. Even the master himself had taken 50 whole years to master that. And with the final Holy Master, even though Mike had never received a blessing as a child, he learned healing within 60 days, which meant Mike didn't need divine communication. He could use healing power endlessly on his own. Later, the Assassin Master was impressed by Mike's mental strength talent. He was even planning to secretly recruit Mike to join the kingdom's intelligence organization. But none of the masters told Mike any of this. This led Mike to believe he was worthless. In the end, he left the capital alone. When the 6 masters got together and decided to train the young man together, it was already too late. They spent ages searching, but could never find that amazing kid who would impress them all.